Boy, do I love being right. And today is one of those days where it turns out I end up being right. We're going to talk about the Wheel of Time because there's been a bunch of Twitter drops throughout the week, and we're going to tie it up in a nice little bow right at the end with a good old I told you so. So let's get into it, baby!
Oh, he's technically Mexican and 3/4 American, but for 3 generations he's got that nationality. Great-great-grandpa headed south, whose kids had kids then turned around. It's not what the show's about, but it's why he's Mexican technically. It helps that he was raised in New Mexico, lived in Guadalajara for 2 years, speaks fluent Spanish with a bachelor's degree in language, and examine taquito.
That's right. Welcome back on my Tech Mexers. We've got a lot of Wheel of Time content to cover. There's been a bunch of new Twitter drops since my last video on Monday, and there's a whole lot to talk about. First things first, on Monday, like right after my video, we got another nice little video vignette focusing on the relationship between Lan and Moiraine. And most of these Twitter drops I have not watched yet. I think I ended up seeing one of them, but we will be reacting to them fresh for the video.
We both have work to do today.
Learn Mandrag. This is Moiraine.
Whatever happens now, there's no turning back.
No bond is closer than an Aes Sedai and her warden.
So good. I really like all these vignettes that they've been doing. Just quick little snippets that are super easy to share and just explain a tiny little part of the lore so people can start getting used to this very expansive world. And regarding the content itself, we're really not seeing anything new. We're seeing a lot of the same scenes we've already seen in trailers, except they extend it by like a couple little seconds. So there were a few little new things. I like this little clip of Lan fighting what I assume are Loghain's armies. I also like this blink it and you miss it detail. This looks like back in the Two Rivers episode 1 with Lan fighting a Trolloc. And look at this thing. This is the shaft. This is not a sword. This is a friggin' spiked cleaver. And I love it. I love how menacing these Trollocs are looking. We got some more fighting. We don't get to see who he's fighting, although there's some red in there. Maybe he's punching an Aes Sedai. That's obviously not what it is. And we get a little more extended Moiraine calling lightning down, and we get some more Trollocs, and it's beautiful. Oh, we see the Mashadar. This creeping blackness. Where's that clip? New bond is closer than an Aes Sedai and her water. This, I really like this. He's jumping over a Trolloc. Jumpy, and goes... I don't know why I like that so much. But it's cool. It's real cool, man. It's also really cool to see them fighting together. And Aes Sedai and a warder, are so in sync that they don't even need to talk when they fight. It's pretty much a dance when they're working together, and it's really cool to see that visually. I like that swirl. Look at that swirl, boom. The magic in this show is looking so good. And we're a week away now from seeing the first 3 episodes. And I wanted to make a quick comment because there's been a lot of discussion online on whether or not we're going to see colorful weaves. And I think the answer is yes and no. And I also think that is the best way to do it. I think we're going to get these generic white weaves when we're seeing this happen from an outside perspective. But when it goes into learning the channeling for the women who have to learn it, it's going to show the in different colors in the individual weaves. I think that would be a great way to compromise because this is a lot cheaper than going through and quicker. You'd have to go through and read all the stuff in the books and figure out scientifically which colors and which elements do which magic. And that's a lot of work. This is simple and it gets the point across. But it also doesn't mean that we can't get into it later when we're seeing from the channeler's perspective the different colors. I really hope that's what they do with the show, because that to me sounds like the perfect compromise for people who want to see colorful weaves. And the good news is that they gave us colorful weaves in the posters. They gave us colors, so something to look forward to for my book loyalists. All right, moving on. There's an article with an interview featuring the actress who plays Egwene. Read it, sure, but we got to move on. This one's good. All right, and there's a couple other videos that they shared that for some reason are in a different format. Let's see it.
Let us welcome you to the Women's Circle. Be strong, Egwene.
Nynaeve. She thinks I'll be able to listen to the wind if I work with her.
A woman must be strong, with the ability to give life and take it.
You don't listen to the wind, Egwene. It's the wind that listens to you.
You ready?
Nynaeve.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, it's a nice little... the relationship between Nynaeve and Egwene is really cool. Nynaeve is very motherly and protective of the boys and of Egwene, because she was the wisdom. She was kind of in charge of them. So it's cool to see their relationship. I don't think we really saw a whole... It was a bunch of close-ups, really, and dialogue, which is cool. I like it. We're also going to see this relationship challenged a bit with Moiraine's character coming in. This is new. Let's see. Oh, that's Nynaeve. Could be like a vision or something. I don't remember this specific scene from the books, but Nynaeve is pretty friggin' dope in the books. She kills a Trolloc. I don't know. Oh, that's Lan. She's being fierce. I like this too. Blood all over their hands. This show is looking so good. That's the other warder. That's the other Aes Sedai's warder. This is in the tower. Ooh. So that is a departure from the books. At least a departure from book 1. Interesting. I'm not sure how they're switching around the story then. Because Nynaeve initially meets back up with the group pretty soon after they leave Emond's Field. But this is not the inn where that reunion happens, unless this is a second reunion in the White Tower. This is clearly the White Tower, though. This is the same decoration from all the white, and she's wearing her White Tower dress. So, not sure how this is all working into the plot, but we already know they're switching things up. I mean, they're taking Caemlyn out completely, so of course they'd introduce more of the White Tower, which really you don't see in book 1. Not a lot. I like how long her hair is. I like it. I like the braid flippy flips. Okay. Dope. All this stuff is looking so good. Moving on. We've got the early premiere on the 15th. If you are lucky enough to live in one of the cities where they're doing an early premiere, which I'm not, but there's also coverage. Hold on. There's something wrong with this. There we go. That's much better. Just needed to hit refresh. And the picture hadn't fully loaded correctly. Moving right along. Got another little video and we gotta change my settings. Let's do this. The last video we saw was focusing on Egwene and Nynaeve, so I assume that this one's gonna be focusing on my boys. Let's get a shout out in the comments for all my boys out there. Who's your favorite of the boys? It's real hard to choose. I mean, I lean towards Matt, but Perrin's also my boy. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see.
One of us, the dragon reborn.
The most powerful channeler that ever lived.
You don't believe that? We can't leave without them.
Pretty sure we can. We've got each other. That's it.
One of them's the dragon reborn. Well, at least they're not saying like one of the 5 of us again, like we heard in those other videos we had to talk about. Yeah, cool. Who's that? That's Lan. Perrin. He's got some crazy hair going on. I love it. Yeah, not a whole lot of this is the I mean, we know what it is. It's the dagger. But this is the new thing to glean from this video with a nice little close-up. I like it. I think it's cool. It's ominous. I'm enjoying it. I like the look on his face, too. Cool. Two Rivers bow. Perrin's axe. Fighting. Oh, we got to see. Oh, it's the wolves, right? We got to see some wolves, or just one. We got to see one specific wolf and some more Trollocs. And then Perrin getting his hands dirty. That blood looks kind of strange. Maybe it's because I'm slow motion. Still looked a little strange, but you know, it's blood. Who cares? Whoa, are people falling? Is that a cliff? Ah, it's jumping off of a cliff into water. That's a thing that happens. I don't know who these are. So like Matt and Rand.
We got each other.
That is a dagger in his hand. That is the same dagger. You can see the ruby. Oh, okay. It's gonna start doing its thing in this season. Not a whole lot of new things to glean there, but I'm digging it. Let's change back. Okay, moving right along. They keep plugging the audiobook, which will be narrated by Rosamund Pike. It's fine. Let's listen to it.
The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth. And even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the Third Age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the mountains of mist.
So, like, she's got a great voice, and I think it's great that she's doing an audiobook. I just have two issues. Her voice is really good, and I think it's great she's doing an audiobook. I think she's reading a little too slow for my taste. But that is kind of like the intro, which is more poetic, and once she gets into the actual meat of the book, she could probably read a lot faster. But if she reads that still the whole time, I'm not going to enjoy it. Also, I really enjoy Michael Kramer and Kate Redding. I think they did a real good job with the original narration. And plus, they get the bonus of having a male and female voice for the male and female characters. I feel like if I listened to this one, I would just want to switch halfway through, if I'm being honest. But if you haven't already been spoiled, I'm sure that she does a great job with the narration. This is not a knock on Rosamund Pike. So, moving right along. We got another video, and we got to change the settings again. This is getting annoying. I have to keep flipping back between my settings.
Experience the origins of the Wheel of Time with exclusive animated bonus content from Prime Video X-Ray, and see how the world broke. Simply press up on your Fire TV remote to have access to X-Ray, or by tapping on your mobile device. Each episode is an expansive backstory in the Wheel of Time that must be seen to know the whole truth. Watch the Wheel of Time series and its origin stories with X-Ray, starting November 19th.
I don't have a Apple, what was it, Fire TV or whatever, but I'm assuming they're going to make these available for anyone who has Amazon Prime, like on a computer. There's at least five episodes. This animation looks awesome. I mean, let's get arrows in his back. That can't be loose there and then. What is this? Boom. That's not Dragon Mount being made. Clearly a woman. Long hair, right? That's a woman, not a man. Maybe it's a man. I'm not sure what that's depicting 100%. I need to catch back up on my lore, but man, this is cool. I think that's a great way of doing it too, to have little mini episodes of the breaking of the... Oh man, this animation looks so good. I love this style. I really never seen anything like it. It almost feels rotoscoped. I mean, it's not, but That looks cool. Well, that's a really cool announcement. Looking forward to watching all of those in one setting. So that's all I have to say about that. Moving along, we got some more music that dropped. Oh, and today as I'm recording it, or yesterday when you see the video, we got some more music dropped. I'm really liking the style that they're going for. It's not, the music is not super like generic fantasy. It's not that Lord of the Rings is generic, but I mean like in its style of like, oh, this is a medieval fantasy, and like the music that they've dropped has like a guitar, and it's very contemporary and very modern, and I think that is perfect for the Wheel of Time, because it is kind of a post-apocalyptic sci-fi, also fantasy story. That's a mouthful. It's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi fantasy story. And so I like that all of these songs they've released are in the old tongue and are kind of more modern, because it would make sense if they were in old tongue that they would be a more modern style. It wouldn't be fancy-wancy arcane harp playing before the village people. You know, it's gonna be more contemporary. It's gonna be more modern, and I think it's cool. Here we go. Let's go listen. That's it. I think it's cool. It's cool. Let's move on, because they dropped 2 drops today. There's 2 of them. 2 drops, because it's a week away. It's a week away.
Only 1 week.
Until the Wheel of Time premieres.
Ah, shoot. Forgot to do that again. Only 1 week away.
Only 1 week.
Until the Wheel of Time premieres.
The Dark One's army is coming.
Exclusively on Amazon Prime Video.
Alright, that wasn't much of a drop. It's a sour ending. I like how she says it premieres instead of premieres. I guess that would be the way. Yeah, I kind of like British better than American, if I'm being honest. Premiere makes a lot more sense than premiere. We tend to slur a lot of our vowels together on this side of the pond. It's a week away. Yeah, everybody knows already. So that one wasn't so special. And that is the last of the Wheel of Time Twitter drops for today. And we're going to top it off with a little cherry on top of the ice cream sundae, like I promised, of me being right. And we're going to a Collider article. This dropped a few days ago, and it features an interview with some of the producers of the Wheel of Time show, promoting the series and just talking about how they developed it and how many people they listened to shopping the series before they landed on Rafe Judkins, and how passionate he is. It's a good read, and it's a good read, and it's very encouraging, because just about everyone involved in the production of the show has at least read the books. I think one of the producers hadn't, but now has, and so it's really hopeful that in showing that everyone involved is passionate about the source material, and I think they're going to be really faithful to said source material. But the pièce de résistance, I'm trying to say it like Egwene does, resistance, is at the very end of l'article. And it's right here. This goes back to one of the first videos I made on the Wheel of Time, where we talk about how many seasons of TV we are going to get from this adaptation. And everyone in the comment section said we were going to get 8 seasons, because Rafe Judkins had already said that's all they had planned on doing, and I told you that you were wrong, and now I am proven correcta. So, everyone, and I've already talked about this in a previous video, but everyone got that number from an interview with Rafe Judkins, where he said, I have already planned out 8 seasons of the TV show, what 8 seasons would look like. Nowhere in that interview does he say, we are doing 8 seasons, or that they'd even do 8 seasons. They might be less, right? But but he never says that 8 is the number. He just says, I sat down and planned a huge portion so that we get the whole vision, right? They've never said that there will be 8 seasons of this TV show. And here they confirm, and in doing so, I get to sit upon my highest of horses and look down on you peasants, because the producers of the show have confirmed they're willing to go up to, what's that? 10 seasons, I hear you say? Nay, not even 10. 12. They're willing to go to 12 seasons, baby! Yeah, they're asked, how many seasons are you planning, how many seasons are you willing to produce to let the series live out its natural course? And they said, I'd be willing to set the cap at 10. And then one of them even said, you know what? I'd go higher than 10. I'd go to 12. 12 would be great. 10 is probably more realistic and so much more doable than 8 seasons. If you watched my video trying to break down the entire series and fit it into 8 seasons, it was very gut-wrenching and hard for me to do. And we're going to do it again, but with the magic 10. I don't think we need to do 12, because you'd have to take out 2 books. That's not hard at all. So look forward to that. We're going to do another whole series breakdown going to 10 seasons. That'll be in a separate video, but it's super cool. And that's all the Wheel of Time news that we have for you today. Hope you've been enjoying my content. If you do, please hit a like and subscribe and share the video with your wheel of friends, because I need to get to 1K subs so that I can feed my family. And we'll see you back on Monday. Bye!